Hello everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil. Welcome along to Midlife Motors. And if you can remember back a few months, just at the turn of the year, I bought myself a 2024 1-year-old Ford Focus ST. I've done 4,000 miles in it now. I thought it'd be a good time just to sort of update you on how I'm getting on with it, whether it's good, bad or ugly. The things that I've noticed more than anything, and we'll take it for a bit of a drive so you can see how it goes. We'll have a little bit of a pullover, have a look around the outside, the inside, the styling, that sort of stuff. Yeah, just get to know it a little bit. Before I do any of that though, first things first, and one thing I've noticed I've had to do with this car quite a lot, I've got to go and get some petrol. See you shortly. That's better, fuel back on board. I'm averaging 33.6 miles per gallon, so you ain't going to be setting any MPG records in this car. I think the 2.3 litre engine up front stops anything like that happening. But it's got a decent sized tank, so once you do put a full tank of gas in it, you will get over 400 miles out of the tank, so that's quite good. You're not stopping and starting all the time. Just quick run through of the car, and also actually let's cover this. I'm going to come to the conclusion first, and then I know it's a bit back to front, then we'll talk about how we get there. This is a good all-rounder, this car. Carry on, Neil. So it's a 2024. The good thing about that is after 2023 the ST is coming to the end of its life now, the Focus. They threw everything into it, so things that used to be an optional extra, the performance pack, etc., all standard on this car. So that gives us, we're riding along here in comfort mode, that gives us adaptive dampers, so the ride on this car is superb. These Ford performance seats, even if you don't like Fords and you don't want a Ford, do yourself a favor, sit in these seats. I've had Recaro seats, everything's in cars. These are the best I've ever sat in by a long way. By a long way, they're superb. Other things about the car we've got, because it's the last of the line, they've thrown everything at it, like I say. So we've got a virtual dash, we've got a massive big screen here, we've got Sync 4 technology, which is superb. We've got a 10 speaker, 675 watt Bang & Olufsen stereo, so that's just outstanding. We've got a panoramic roof, you name it, this car has everything. Heated seats, electric seats, heated steering wheel. I mean, it is absolutely loaded to the gunnels. So fair play to Ford. At the price point, £30,000 was the price of this car. At the price point, a year old, 1,300 miles on the clock when I got it. I mean, bang for buck, absolutely superb. Right, I'll be quiet now. I'm going to do a couple of miles and I'll meet you when we get back up to the reservoir road. Yes, and give it a bit of go. This car has various modes, performance modes. It's even got a track mode. The track mode I don't really like. I find the car a bit too, it turns the traction control off, although you can turn it back on. I don't really like that. But it has got a good sports mode, which I'm going to engage now, which is really easy. You press the button there, the dials change, we're heading up for some corners. It makes everything so instant. What you'll notice with this car is you don't need to use low gears. It's got so much torque in it, 310 pound-foot of torque in this car. So that, look at that. And it's got very sharp steering. The steering's a little bit inconsistent, I would say, but it's very sharp, particularly in this sport mode. And it makes some great noises in sports mode as well. You'll get the odd pop and crackle on the overrun. In race mode it makes probably a few too many pops and crackles for me. But listen to it, and the speed you gain, I mean, it rips through the gears, it really does. I mean, I'm having a brake at this corner, which in other cars I wouldn't have to do, because we're just gathering so much speed so quickly. Even in sport mode though, now with the dampers working, gone firm and working hard, it's not a fierce ride, and it's not too bouncy. The steering's really nicely weighted as well. It's just a little bit through the corner, it's a little bit inconsistent. It seems to want to go back to the neutral position a bit too quickly for my liking. Get it down, round the corner. I think if anything, I'm noticing a little pop there. I'm noticing it's a little bit understeery, this car. That'll be the engine up front. It is a big unit, and it's not a light car, 1430 odd kilos. So compared with the Mini we've got, that's a good 100 kilos more, and I'm guessing most of the weight will be over the front. But man, does it cover ground. I mean, it really covers ground, and those are quite a good combination of corners, both tight and open. You can balance the car and really let it flow. It really does seem to be a car that enjoys it most when you just let it flow rather than driving it aggressively, which is maybe strange for a fast Ford. Acceleration though, I mean, in second gear, just look at that. And there's no torque steer. You've got a limited slip diff in this car with the performance pack, so you're not fighting torque at all. Look at that go. It just absolutely flies. The mid-range in this car, I think the 0 to 60 is only sort of 5.5 seconds, something like that, which the four-wheel drive hot hatches will smoke. But once you're up around another few pops now, the engine's getting warm, we're getting a bit of overrun. But through the mid-range around corners, those four-wheel drive cars are going to struggle against this. It's got so much balance. The brakes just get stronger and stronger as well. It's a car that really flows well, so it's not jerky. I don't feel like I'm unsettling the car. I mean, look at the turn in there. Just keep feeding in the throttle and then floor it as you come out of the corner. Another pop on the gear change there, down to a fairly strong brake, and the brake there, it's really popping now. Wow. Around the shorter stuff, you can just get the car in, get the nose in, fire it out. I mean, this thing, oh, you can probably hear it popping away. It does make a great noise, and it's very confidence inspiring, this car. It's on Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and they really are a tire. None of that run flat nonsense that the Mini's got either. And it's you can feel the back sort of coming with you. That's maybe why I'm only getting 33.6 miles per gallon. Wow. Wow. Just don't expect it from this car. You really don't expect it from this car. And the driving position's so good to be able to do all that. All the controls are perfectly at hand. You can see everything. You sit exactly in the right place. Yeah, it's good. Once you've finished that, your tear up, as we like to call it, blast, I think some people say, you can just hit the S button on the steering wheel here. It'll take the car out of sport mode. We'll go back to a compliant ride. The steering will get a little bit lighter. The throttle won't be quite so sharp. Yeah, just becomes a Ford Focus again. So it becomes a nice, big, practical, easy to drive car. One thing I quite like about the display as well is, remember in the past, I think on the Fords you got all your boost gauges up here. I've got them in front of me on the display here now. When I go back to, it even displays my tire pressures, they're all looking okay. And when I go back to the normal dash, it goes back onto the fuel consumption for me, which is good. Yeah, I like it. As you can probably tell, this car is starting to impress me. Let's pull over up here and have a better look around the inside and outside, and we'll see if I can't make it impress you too. Okay? Okay. The outside of the car looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, it's with these cars, I think you can go one of two ways in Ford world. People put splitters and big horsepower and wheels and all that sort of stuff on it. Me, I'm preferring the discreet look. I'm even thinking about taking the ST badges off. It's not completely discreet though. You've got the 19-inch wheels, which look good with the painted calipers. And this one's, I think, fantastic red is the colour. This one's got the pan roof, and I have actually done a couple of little touches. I've had the door mirrors wrapped because they looked strange in body colour, and the glass roof extended all the way back here, and the spoiler was body coloured, which just looked weird, so that's been wrapped as well. So, but apart from that, it looks kind of like it does ride under the radar, which is quite good, bearing in mind I use this car every single day. Now, I think on top of this car, you can also get one called an ST Edition, which is a little bit more hardcore. I don't know if it's better. It's probably more niche, if that's the right word. You get different wheels, you get slightly bigger brakes, but I'm not finding the brakes on this car are a weak point in any way, shape or form. I think the biggest bonus you get with it though is you get some adjustable coilovers. What that does to the ride, I don't know. It does, however, push the list price of the car above £40,000. I think it's £43,000, so you'll be in a colossally high tax bracket, which this one isn't. Also, I don't think with the ST edition you can have the panoramic roof. I think that might be to try and save weight, albeit strangely though, that car is actually heavier than this one. I think this one, maybe the bigger brakes and the suspension make it heavier. Let's have a quick look inside, because I know I keep going on about it, but it's quite nicely finished inside the car. The seats are superb, and yeah, it's fairly modest inside in terms of there's no fancy leather or anything like that, but it's nicely put together. I haven't come across any rattles yet. The displays are good. There's even plenty of space in the back. There we go, loads of room in here, plenty of headroom. And round the boot here, even Millie the dog is not too unhappy about having to jump in the boot, because there's plenty of space in there as well. These corners are a little bit more open, so we'll stick the car back into sport mode. There you go, you can feel it instantly firm up and, you know, feel a little bit more taut. One thing I haven't mentioned, in race mode you also get some shift lights that come up on the dashboard, and it's got launch control. Neither of those interest me, to be honest with you. I'm not somebody that revs out a car. I prefer to short shift and ride the sort of torque wave, which is particularly important in this car, because although it's down on horsepower, 280 compared with some of the other hot hatches in its class, it's up on torque, so where it loses on one it gains on the other, if you like. But I'm not harassing the car at the moment. We're still going along here quite quickly. There's some nice corners just coming up here that do test the front of it though, so let's concentrate for a second. I do love the noise of this car. It does sound great. I think there's a tractor there, so we'll just back it off while we go past the farmers, because they all do a great job. He's trying to clear some mud. You've made a mess there, buddy. And then we can carry on round the tighter stuff. That's where the vagueness of the it's not vague, that's not the right word, it's inconsistent. You don't notice it so much on the fast speed corners. Did you hear that? Bang bang. I shouldn't like that at 50 years old, but I do. I think it must be because it's a warm day, and just on the overrun there, look at that, you can just get it in, and I've floored that way before the apex. Yeah, right, let's calm down and summarize. I'm going to let you into a little secret here. This is about my 10th go at trying to do an outro, so I think I keep messing my words up. I can't get them out. So I think we'll just go back to what I said at the beginning. The conclusion: this car is a great all-rounder. It offers loads of tech, it offers loads of space, it offers loads of performance. I mean, looking back on how we've been driving a couple of the times, 33.6 mpg is probably quite good. I think if you wanted a slightly more focused hot hatch, you'd maybe go for a Civic Type R. I think if you wanted something a bit more premium, a bit more expensive, you'd go for a Golf or an Audi, wouldn't you? But I think this is bang in the middle, this one. It is what a hot hatch should be. It's a manual gearbox, it's practical, it's fast, it's been cheap to run. Hopefully that will continue. We'll find out in the months and years ahead. That's it, sums it up really, doesn't it? I'll find out more about the car as we go, and I'm going to try and get a little bit involved in the Ford community. I missed out on that with the Mazda, and I think that was a mistake. So stay tuned. If you want to hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. I'll tell you why, because we're getting quite close to 5,000 subscribers in total, and that's a bit of a milestone for me. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're still tuned in, please do that. I know I'm waffling on a little bit now at the end. I told you this was a rock. I was struggling with my outro. I'm going to do a few more pops and bangs, say goodbye. Goodbye. Right, sport mode. Let this car go past. Rev matches, second gear. Yes. GoPro, stop recording.